So many people are trying to sell high level the completely wrong way. This leads to a frustrating cycle of hearing no after no from potential clients, which is incredibly disheartening, and it's the reason most people give up before they're able to figure it out. I dealt with this exact same struggle when I started my SaaS agency, and landing my first client seemed like an impossible task. It took me almost a full year of beating my head against a wall, trying to figure all this stuff out on my own before I realized that I just needed to make one small tweak to my SaaS agency and how I was going about selling high level. As soon as I made this adjustment, I didn't just get my first client, I landed 10 clients in a single month, and dozens of new clients have been continuing to sign up with me month after month ever since then. That's why in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to sell with GoHighLevel, and I'll tell you all about the simple change that I made in my business that completely transformed my agency and took me from losing money every single month to making thousands of dollars in monthly recurring revenue and continuing to grow month over month. Hey, what's up, friends? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Bryce Newman, and if you're new here, I teach people how to create a successful online business using the most powerful software on the planet, which is, of course, high level. So with that, let's get right into today's material. So many people get started with high level and they ask the same question. What do I actually go about selling? There's just so many features inside of this software. It truly is an all-encompassing software. You can really sell just about anything with it. You can solve so many problems for so many businesses. But when someone gets started and they see all of these features and all the capabilities, the biggest mistake that they make is they want to go to every single business owner and sell every single feature. So to answer the question, what do you actually go about selling? There's no one size fits all answer. Different people are going to go about selling different features of the software, but the worst thing you can do is trying to sell every single feature to every single business owner. The problem with going about it this way is that you just confuse business owners. Business owners are busy. They already have a lot going on in their business and they want a solution that's going to help them grow their business, but they don't want to spend an insane amount of time learning a new software, training their employees on how to use a new software, and doing all of these things that add to their already busy schedule. They want a single solution that's going to solve their biggest pain point. And so I understand the urge to walk into a business and be like, hey, look at all of these features. I can solve every single one of your problems. Just let me implement this software into your business and I can create a website for you and I can automate the website and I can start booking things. And when you show this to a business owner, they get confused. They think that it's going to be a ton of work to get all of these systems implemented, which it probably would be. And they just decide that it's not worth it. They're going to figure out a different solution. So what you want to do instead is start small. Have you ever noticed how in just about every single software company, they'll offer a free trial and then get you hooked on the starter plan and then work you up to higher and higher plans as you get more acquainted with the software? You want to do the exact same thing in your SaaS agency. So instead of leaving this vague and just talking about the tiered system, which is what I would recommend doing, this is what high level does, this is what every software company does. But let's get to more concrete examples of exactly what features you can go about selling, what price points you should charge for those features, and then what features you should add to that as you continue to bring people up this tiered system. All right, so now that we're inside of high level, you can see that I'm inside of this SaaS configurator, and this SaaS configurator is only available on the $497 per month plan. But as soon as you sign up for that plan, then you can create these plans ahead of time and get people on the software and automatically signed up when they sign up for a sub account. And you can choose what features they're going to get when they sign up with you. You can set your own prices. You can set a trial period for that plan. And this just allows you to automate this entire process. But unless you're hyper focused on one particular niche, then these SaaS configurator plans don't really matter a ton because you're going to change them up for every client. If you're trying to go to businesses and just solve the problem that that business is facing, as opposed to going to market with like I'm only going to sell websites type of thing, then you're going to change up these plans for every single client because you're going to figure out the biggest problem that they have and then hone in on that one problem. And you're going to be able to fix any problem for any business owner. And it also depends on the size of the business that you're talking to. There's some businesses that are going to be happy to pay you $497 a month or even more just to have a few of the features because they're a bigger business and you're going to be solving a huge pain point for them. And depending on the services that you're offering on the back end, if you're offering a lot of value to that business and they've got money to spend, they don't really care what they're paying you. They just want that pain solved. Whereas if you're talking to a much smaller business, maybe a 1-person, 2-person operation, and they're still fairly new, then you may want to help them out and get them signed up on the $97 per month plan to start out and toss in an extra feature or two if you know that it's going to solve some of the biggest problems that they're facing. But you don't just want to go to market and try and get every single person signed up on the $497 per month plan and offer every single feature that comes with that plan, because again, you're going to confuse people. So now that we've looked at pricing and how to go about actually structuring this tiered system, let's look at the features that I would actually recommend selling to people when you get started with HighLevel. A phenomenal thing to go about selling in the very beginning is just this basic plan that comes with these locked features here. It's got the 2-way text and email conversation, reputation management, missed call text back, Google Business Messaging, Facebook Messenger, text to pay, web chat, and Google My Business call tracking. And this is really the conversations tab and the reputation tab. With just these features alone, you can walk into any business and offer them a universal inbox that's going to allow them to have all their text messages and emails and phone calls and Instagram DMs and Facebook Messenger messages and WhatsApp messages, and all of these communication channels are available in a single inbox. This is absolutely huge for businesses and especially receptionists who are spending so much of their time checking all of these different communication channels for all of their different conversations with leads. If you walk in there and say, hey, all these conversations can show up in one single location, that is a huge value add. And you can sell just this one feature alone for anywhere from $50 to $100 per month, or even more depending again on the size of the business. But you can sell this feature and start making that monthly recurring revenue. And it's just such a small feature within HighLevel that then a month or 2 months down the line, once they've integrated this into their business, set up their staff members, got it working exactly how they want it to, they're super happy with the service. Then you introduce them to more features and they're already hooked on the software. You've added a ton of value to their business. They're like, yes, this saves us so much time. Then you're like, hey, by the way, I can build you a website, or I can build you a funnel, or I can set up some automations and then automatically respond to leads for you. And now they're already hooked on the software. They love the value that you've provided, and they're going to be more than happy to start paying you even more for more functionality, but you're not confusing them in the beginning. The only thing you're offering in the beginning is a universal inbox and a way for them to communicate with their customers from one place through all of these different channels. So the universal inbox is a phenomenal place to get started, but some people also go about starting with websites and funnels. And I've actually got some clients of mine, and they're going to market and selling just websites and funnels for anywhere from $100 to $500 per month to keep using the software. But they also charge a setup fee on top of that, anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 for the setup fee, depending on how many pages the client wants, how custom they want the website to be. And there's a lot of factors that go into the pricing of the websites, but they're just focused on funnels and websites. They're not telling their clients that HighLevel also has calendars and forms and workflows and all of these different features. They're saying, hey, do you need a website? And if they do need a website, then they get them hooked on the software. They build out the entire website for this business. They get them signed up with a HighLevel account so that they can host this website. And now that customer has an online presence. They've got a fully functioning website. They didn't have to do any of the work. And the biggest pain point for that customer is solved. And my client has made $1,000 to $5,000 just for setting up the website. And they're continuing to get paid on a monthly basis just for building that one website. And then they reach out to that business owner a few months later and they say, hey, by the way, we can also integrate calendars on your website so that you can have your clients book appointments straight from your website. And there's also forms, and we can set up some automation on the back end and all these things that are tied to a website in very easy sales once the business owner is accustomed to the website. But if you try to sell all of that at the very beginning, they're going to be like, that sounds like a lot. I don't want to do that. That's way too much work. All that business owner wants in the very beginning is a website that works so that they can start to get traffic to that website. But the thing that they don't know that they want is all of the other features. So there's no need to talk about all those features in the beginning, but once the business owner is already hooked on the software and happy with your services, then talk to them about them and they'll be happy to jump up to the next tier and get some more services from you. So then the next thing that I see a lot of people focusing on is just the memberships tab. And this memberships tab is absolutely phenomenal for anyone in the online coaching space or anyone that wants to create courses. You can just sell them this tab and let them know that they can create all of their courses inside of HighLevel. And if someone wants to get into the coaching space, they don't need to build everything out right at the beginning. They just are focused on creating their course. So you can just sell them this memberships tab and let them know, hey, down the line, once you've built out your course and you've got a product to offer, then at that point, we can start to focus on some of these other features like funnels and websites and communities and email marketing. So you don't have to tell them about all these features up front and tell them exactly how everything's going to work. All they care about is building out their course, but you can let them know that once they've built out their course and once they have a product to offer, then there is a solution that's already built into this software that's going to allow them to go about selling their course and making money without having to add another software subscription on top of this. So this memberships tab is an absolute no-brainer for coaches, and I'm a huge fan of this memberships tab because this is how I've built my entire company. I've made all of my courses directly from this memberships tab inside of HighLevel, and one of those courses I give away for free to absolutely anyone who wants it. I've got the link below this video, but I've had hundreds of people sign up for that course and get value from that course and start to learn about HighLevel through that course that I built inside of HighLevel. And then I've also made 2 more courses, SaaS from scratch and my onboarding tutorial course, that I give to all of my affiliates for free. So everything that I've done for my business and the offers that I've created for my business have all been done through this memberships tab. And then once I created those offers, then I started to use these other features that are available inside of HighLevel to go about marketing those courses and selling those courses and funneling people into my business. So you can absolutely build your entire business directly on top of this memberships tab and just target people in the online coaching space. And another feature that you can start out by selling is just this invoicing and the tap to pay and the text to pay links inside of HighLevel. These tap to pay and the text to pay links are automatically integrated into the lead connector app that you get when you sign up for a HighLevel account. And there's so many business owners who use these payment systems such as Square. And in a lot of cases, they have to carry around a card reader to actually go about collecting payment from their customers. So if you talk to a business owner and let them know that they can sign up for your software and they'll automatically get a mobile app that allows them to do business from anywhere, and from that app, they can actually collect payment from customers in real time while they're interacting with them. They can create the product from the app. They can collect the payment directly from the app. It makes doing business so easy from anywhere. And if they're not necessarily doing business in person, then they can also send invoices to their customers to get paid for their products or their services. So then another feature that you can go about selling is just the calendar feature. And if a business owner is constantly spending all their time setting up their appointments and checking their calendar and seeing if they're available at that time slot or not, then selling just this calendar feature will allow them to be more efficient, link their calendar, and have potential customers book appointments straight on their calendar from either a website if you're also offering a website, or you can send them the calendar directly through a link. So this calendar feature is a great way to get your foot in the door, and then you can quickly start to get business owners on a higher tiered plan from there. So I hope you're starting to see the point that I'm trying to make in this video is just select a single feature and go about selling that feature. Don't sell every single one of these features to every single business owner you talk to. Understand how to use these features yourself And then you can walk into any business, talk to the business owner for a little bit, figure out exactly what their biggest problem is, and then select from all of these features and say, hey, it sounds like your biggest problem is that you're just unorganized inside of your business. And I probably wouldn't tell them that directly, but say, it sounds like you need an organizational tool to keep track of your leads. Let's get you set up with opportunities in the CRM. And then you give them the opportunities tab, you give them the CRM. Now they're able to keep track of all of the leads that are coming into their business. And then from there, you're like, hey, how would you like to be able to have those leads set an appointment on your calendar straight from a website? And now you've brought them in, given them opportunities in a CRM, and then very quickly from there, you get them set up with a calendar on a website. And then once they've got acquainted to that system, then you're like, hey, how would you like to be able to automate this entire process so that when people book an appointment on your calendar, now you send them automatic appointment reminders so that you increase the show up rate to those appointments. And now you get them set up with workflows. And that's how this system works. Get them hooked on one or two features, then step them up to the next features that you know are going to help their business. And it doesn't have to be the same features every single time, because every business is going to have different problems that they need solved inside of their business. They've got different pain points. So the process here is figuring out those pain points, applying pressure to those pain points so that the business owner really knows that they've got a problem that they need fixed, bringing them into the software, solving the problem for them with a single feature or two, offering great service, getting them hooked on the software, and then upselling them on the next feature that's going to help them out once they're already hooked on the software. That's really all there is to this process. Find the biggest pain point that a business owner is facing, solve that pain point as simply as you can, and then upsell them later on once you've found other constraints inside of their business that you know that you could solve with other features inside of HighLevel. HighLevel makes it possible to solve just about any problem that any business is facing, but hyper-focusing and solving that one problem instead of trying to solve all the problems at once is really the game to play. And if you take the knowledge from this video and implement it into your SaaS agency, then you'll undoubtedly start landing clients of your own in no time. However, once you start landing clients, then you'll need to know exactly how to onboard them. So check out this video right here where I walk you through step by step exactly how to onboard your clients and make sure that their account gets set up right the first time. Giving your clients a good onboarding experience gets them trained up quickly and increases the chances that they'll stick around and continue to pay you hundreds of dollars every single month to keep using your software. So I'll see you in there.